I remember the first time I had Hawaiian food at L&L BBQ about 15 years ago, and I can still vividly remember how happy I was. I had the barbecue mix plate, and it was packed full of food. Tender grilled beef, chicken, and short ribs, 2 scoops of rice, and some mac salad for less than $10 then. You honestly just couldn't beat it. And then a few years later, when I finally went to Hawaii and got to eat at legendary restaurants like Rainbow Drive-In and Helena's, it really only deepened my love for Hawaiian food. Now, it has been a handful of years since I've been back to Hawaii, so today we're gonna make some authentic Shoyu Chicken, one of my favorite Hawaiian dishes. And if you've never had Shoyu Chicken before, you're missing out. Tender braised chicken thighs, simmered in a sweet and savory shoyu sauce. It's incredibly flavorful, juicy, and it just falls apart. This Shoyu Chicken comes together easily and quickly, making it a perfect meal to add to the weekday rotation. So do me a favor and make sure you like, comment, share, and save this video. Alright, y'all, remember to wash your hands. First up, let's get some of our prep work done, starting with a 2 to 3 inch nub of ginger, and we'll just slice that in half, and you don't need to peel it. Then I have a handful of garlic cloves, and you can use as much or as little as you want, but I'm just gonna give that a nice and heavy smack with my knife to crush them and make it easier to peel. And then finally, I have some green onions, and I'm gonna separate the white parts from the greens, and I'm leaving the roots attached to the whites, and this is going in our sauce as is. And for the green parts, we'll just finely chop that up to use as a garnish later. Now once we have all of our prep work done, it's time to build our sauce. So to a big pot, I'm gonna pour in about 4 cups of water, a cup of low sodium shoyu or soy sauce, a cup of dark brown sugar packed, and a tablespoon of chicken bouillon. Then for our aromatics, I'm gonna add in 3 or 4 of those green onion roots, our sliced ginger, and our smashed garlic. We're gonna cook this sauce on medium-high heat until it reaches a rolling boil. And if you like this recipe and you wanna learn how to make more of your favorite dishes, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications to stay up to date on all my latest posts. Then we'll add in 4 pounds of bone-in skin-on chicken thighs. And if you're thinking about using chicken breast here, I would encourage you to use thighs because there's really just no comparison for it in this recipe. Now we're gonna bring this back up to a boil and then skim off any impurities, and we'll reduce the heat to low and let that simmer covered with a slight crack for 30 to 35 minutes or until the chicken thighs are fully cooked through and tender. Now this next part is optional, but I like taking this extra step to crisp up the skin slightly to give the dish more texture and dimension. So I'm gonna remove the chicken thighs from the pot, and then it's going on a wire rack on a baking tray, and we're gonna broil this on high on the top rack for just 2 to 3 minutes to brown the skin. And while that's going, I'm gonna remove all the aromatics from the pot, leaving behind just the delicious sauce. And we're gonna add in a cornstarch slurry made with 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of water to thicken up the sauce. We'll get the slurry mixed in, and we'll continue to cook the sauce on low until it reaches your desired consistency. When that's all done, we'll pull the chicken from the oven, and then it's time to plate. Some white jasmine rice. Then we'll add in a couple scoops of our homemade mac salad. couple pieces of our Shoyu chicken. And we'll finish that by ladling some sauce over the chicken and rice. And we're gonna garnish this with our green onions. And just like that, you've made an incredibly delicious and authentic Shoyu chicken at home. As always, the principal recipe is on my blog at feedthepudge.com. And if you've made it this far, let me know in the comments section if you want to see the recipe for my homemade mac salad. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy.